IVM.
Namaskar, my name is Ashish Vidyarthi and I love to chat. Welcome to Begin the Journey. Let's talk relationships. Relationships. Through my life, me being an only child, relationships have been very, very important. Through my life, I've felt the fact that since I'm an only child of very old parents, I perpetually felt alone. And unconsciously, I would say, I've loved to have relationships in which I can consider them to be part of my family, somebody who really cares for me. Now, as I have traversed through life, I may have aged, but that thing has remained constant. The need to have great relationships. Now, at some point, it may be considered that, okay, that is something that you depend on. But as I typically do with my life, I try and turn all my drawbacks into something which I love and something which actually add to my life. So today, when I talk of relationships, let me tell you this. Oh yes, I have been hurt in relationships. I have felt hurt when I felt, why isn't that person the way I really would, want it? There are many a times in my life that I have felt, why hasn't that person done so much that I have done for him? But you know what? Those experiences are far fewer than the amazing relationships that I've had with people. As a result, today I may proudly say that I feel so emotionally anchored with so many different friends which I've acquired and I've nurtured over this period of my life journey. So the important word I've just spoken, nurtured. That's right, dear friends. It's a very cheesy example, but let me tell you, relationships are so much like plants. They need to be nurtured. Relationships, like plants, give us a lot of happiness when we see it. When we see the plant flower, when we see it, bear fruit. But relationships are exactly like that. They just don't grow on their own. We may say, we met after years, but we started off fresh. Well, there could be certain relationships like that, but they are just conversations which you're having with somebody and it comes back. But relationships are slightly deeper than that. Relationships are when you actually know what's happening with each other. You're there for each other, letting people know that, whatever they're dealing with, they are not alone. I will not ever tell you it's easy. No, it isn't. In fact, as you have many relationships with people across different paths, somebody like me, I keep failing because, I really think that I can do more. At times, people around me feel that I can do more. But that's all right. At least I'm trying. At least I am nurturing many more relationships, knowing many more people, getting to be part of their lives, allowing them to be part of my life. Something rich about relationships is that they add to both sides. My friends take an active interest in what is happening in my life. That's right. They are free to give suggestions regarding my work, my life, how we are doing, and anything. Similarly, I choose to be part of their lives. I give them ideas, some things that come to my mind. For me, relationships allow me to go beyond, it's none of my business. It makes me go beyond, hey, it's none of your business. In fact, relationships and great relationships allows me to actually let people know, hey, listen, my life is your business. Feel free to share your thoughts because I want to add value that you bring to my life. Dear friends, relationships are something which are phenomenal, which are available to human beings because we are social mammals. Let's make the most of it. Let's get into the depth of relationships and don't mind if they hurt you at times. We will talk about hurt too. But till then, enjoy, savor, nourish relationships. I would love to hear your thoughts. Al Shukran Bandhu, Al Shukran Zindagi. Let's begin the journey each day.
I hope you enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money and Intel. It's been a really, really cool week on the network. We've had Ashwin Sanghi on Cyrus Says. We had Masaba Gupta on Advertising is Dead. You should definitely check out Vivek Lath, who showed up on Storytellers and Story Sellers. A close friend and partner of ours, Karthik Paricha, was on the Pragati podcast talking about the future of podcasting, which I think is only really interesting. And I would like to ask people to check out All Things Policy and what they've been doing. They've been having some really interesting discussions about India's challenging relationship with China as we go forward, and I think that would be a great thing for you guys to check out. So with that, we hope to see you again next week.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.